In the heart of the Northeast, beneath one of the most heavily trafficked corridors in the world, lies an infrastructure problem decades in the making. Crumbling tunnels, century-old bridges, and a bottleneck that has held back one of the most vital transit arteries in the United States. But now, the stage is set for one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects ever attempted, the Gateway Program. A sprawling, $16 billion megaproject that will reshape the future of the Northeast Corridor and, perhaps, redefine American transit for the next century. But as with any grand plan, there are secrets, delays, political maneuvering, and a question no one dares to ask. Will it really be enough? Before we begin, please subscribe to join and support us. The bottleneck of the nation. The Northeast Corridor, a rail line stretching from Washington, D.C. to Boston, carrying millions of passengers a year. But its most critical segment, between Newark, New Jersey, and New York City, has become its greatest weakness. For over a century, trains have relied on a single set of tunnels under the Hudson River, built in 1910 by the Pennsylvania Railroad. These tunnels, originally designed for a different era, now strain under the demands of modern transit. With only 2 tracks, the system operates at full capacity, pushing 24 trains through every hour. Any minor disruption sends shockwaves through the entire Northeast Corridor, delaying commuters, disrupting commerce, and intensifying congestion across one of the most vital rail networks in the world. Then came Hurricane Sandy in 2012, a catastrophic event that left its mark on history and on these tunnels. Seawater flooded the century-old structure, corroding steel, damaging electrical systems, and compromising its long-term integrity. Engineers now warn that time is running out. Without intervention, one of the nation's most critical transit lifelines faces potential collapse, sending ripple effects across the entire eastern seaboard. The Gateway Program is meant to be the answer, a multi-phase, multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar solution. But how do you fix the foundation of a megacity's rail system while keeping it running? And more importantly, will it be enough to secure the future of America's busiest rail corridor? The Gateway Program is meant to be the answer, a multi-phase, multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar solution. But how do you fix the foundation of a megacity's rail system while keeping it running? What is the Gateway Program? On paper, the Gateway Program is a marvel of engineering and logistics. The plan: a brand new tunnel under the Hudson River, doubling capacity. The existing tunnel, crumbling from over a century of use, will be repaired. But that's not all. The plan also includes the long-awaited replacement of the infamous Portal Bridge over the Hackensack River, a 1910 swing bridge that has become a bottleneck for commuters and a relic of a bygone era. This aging structure, which frequently refuses to close properly, has been responsible for countless delays, trapping thousands of passengers in a frustrating loop of stalled progress. Enter the Portal North Bridge, a state-of-the-art, fixed-span structure designed to eliminate these disruptions once and for all. Unlike its predecessor, the new bridge will stand tall, allowing boats to pass freely without forcing trains to halt. Construction is already underway, a beacon of progress in a region desperate for reliable transit. This, however, is just the beginning. A second span, the Portal South Bridge, is also in the planning stages, aiming to further enhance capacity and reliability along this vital corridor. But with funding uncertainties and political battles still looming, will these ambitious plans truly become reality, or will they remain just another chapter in America's history of delayed infrastructure dreams? In addition, tracks will be expanded in New Jersey and New York, new rail yards will be built, and a new Penn Station Annex, Penn South, could revolutionize train travel in the region. The vision is grand. The price tag? Over $16 billion. But even with all this, some experts say, it's still not enough. A project stuck in time. The Gateway Program was announced in 2011, yet actual construction only began in 2023. What happened in between is a political saga spanning 3 U.S. presidents. At first, the federal government seemed ready to fund the project, calling it the most important infrastructure project in the nation. But then, in 2017, everything changed. The Trump administration labeled it a local project, refusing to allocate funds. 4 years, negotiations stalled. Costs soared. The political battles raged, with accusations of mismanagement and backroom deals slowing progress. It wasn't until the Biden administration came into power that federal funding started flowing again. Now, with billions secured, the Gateway program is finally moving forward. But have the delays already set it up for failure? The engineering feats and challenges. Building a tunnel under the Hudson River is no small feat. This isn't just a simple dig. It's a massive operation that requires cutting through layers of rock and mud, all while ensuring minimal disruption to one of the busiest rail lines in the world. 2 enormous tunnel boring machines will carve through the ground, each expected to take 2 years to complete its route. The tunnels will then be lined with concrete, reinforced, and connected to the existing Penn Station. And then, the real challenge begins, repairing the 1910 North River Tunnel without shutting down rail service. Engineers will have to work within the tunnels, reinforcing their walls and upgrading their electrical and ventilation systems, while trains continue to pass through daily. Even if everything goes as planned, the new tunnel won't be ready until 2035. And that's only if there are no further delays. The money, the politics, the power struggle. No megaproject is free from politics, and Gateway is no exception. With a staggering price tag exceeding $16 billion, the battle for funding has been relentless. New Jersey and New York have pledged to cover half the costs, with the federal government expected to foot the rest. But as history has shown, financial commitments often come with strings attached and political wrangling. Every delay in funding triggers cost overruns, adding pressure to an already fragile transit system. Political alliances shift, priorities change, and infrastructure projects like Gateway often find themselves caught in bureaucratic limbo. The Gateway Development Commission, responsible for overseeing the project, has not been immune to controversy. Leadership changes, policy shifts, and disagreements over financial responsibility have only added to the uncertainty. The question remains, will the money keep flowing, or will this ambitious project become yet another victim of America's long history of underfunded infrastructure dreams? Every delay means more cost overruns. Every year of waiting adds strain to a fragile transit system. The Gateway Development Commission, the group overseeing the project, has faced shakeups and controversy, including the sudden resignation of its CEO in 2024. And then there's the question of whether Gateway truly solves the problem. Penn Station remains a bottleneck. Without more track space and additional expansions, some experts warn that this $16 billion investment may only provide a temporary solution. The future of American infrastructure. The Gateway program is more than just a construction project, it's a test. A test of America's ability to build, to fund, and to sustain the infrastructure it so desperately needs. If completed, it could become a symbol of engineering triumph. A new lifeline for the Northeast Corridor. A glimpse of what American transit could be. But if it falters, if costs spiral out of control, if politics once again stall progress, if the tunnels take longer than expected, or worse, fail to deliver the promised improvements, it may become yet another cautionary tale in a country struggling to build for the future. One thing is certain, by 2035, the world will know whether the Gateway program was America's great rail renaissance, or its most expensive mistake. Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on the next journey.